Would you believe that Taika Waititi almost made a Michael Jackson biopic?
None of it's true. It's BS. They made it up. They lie.
No, they didn't, Michael. Back in 2017, the director of Thor Ragnarok and What We Do in the Shadows signed on to direct a script about the King of Pop's life. But this wasn't just some run-of-the-mill retelling. Bubbles, a screenplay so hot Netflix paid $20 million for the rights to make it, told Jackson's story through the eyes of his pet chimpanzee. Let me repeat that. Hollywood almost produced a movie about one of the most famous, controversial figures of all time, and made his pet monkey the lead character. In a world where we're about to get a fourth CGI entry in the Planet of the Apes franchise, you'd think mocap would be a given for a project like this. Instead, Bubbles was to be a fully animated stop-motion feature, produced by Dan Harmon, the man who gave us Community and Rick and Morty. It would have been developed at Starburn Studios, the company responsible for the Oscar-nominated Anomalisa. And Waititi would have had a co-director in Mark Gustafson, the animation director for Fantastic Mr. Fox. I know what you're thinking. With a pedigree like that, how the f does this film not get made? Well, we'll get to that. First, let's talk story. Bubbles was written by novelist Isaac Adamson. His script garnered attention after being voted to the top of the Blacklist, an annual collection of the best unproduced screenplays in Hollywood. Adamson cites three major inspirations for his work. The first was an article he read after Jackson's death, a Where Are They Now piece about the real-life Bubbles living in an ape sanctuary in Florida. Then there was Me Cheetah, an autobiography by the chimp who starred in the Golden Age Tarzan films. While those two sources got the wheels turning, it was watching Dawn of the Planet of the Apes that brought the whole thing together. Adamson was intrigued by the chimp hierarchies and the Shakespearean relationships between them. This latter influence is evident in Bubbles' dialogue. While the character doesn't directly converse with anyone in the script, his voiceover narration is full of pseudo-Shakespearean monologues. In what would have no doubt been a controversial scene, Jackson covers his face in skin-bleaching cream. Bubbles, who believes Jackson's be a conquering king, misinterprets the act and claims Michael would don war paint that turned his face a spectral, phantasmic shade, meant to strike fear into the heart of his enemies. Throughout its brilliant 122 pages, Adamson's screenplay has Bubbles partying with Bon Jovi, witnessing the birth of Michael's legendary feud with Prince, and, in an act of animalistic defiance, cover LaToya Jackson's bedroom in feces. It's a hilarious and heartfelt mix of fact and fiction. While the script doesn't take a definitive stance on the infamous child abuse allegations, there's several scenes detailing the legal battles that resulted. While becoming attached to the project in 2017, Waititi publicly expressed interest in Michael Jackson long before that. In a 2010 TED Talk titled The Art of Creativity, Waititi names the entertainer as one of his lifelong obsessions. Add to this the fact that he once called Adamson's work a f***ing brilliant script, and you get the sense Bubbles was more a passion project than just another gig. So why didn't it happen? In 2019, HBO released Leaving Neverland. The documentary featured disturbing testimony from two young men who claimed they were victimized by Jackson for years. While the late entertainer denied any and all accusations to his dying day, the graphic nature of the stories changed perception of many. Both Waititi and Netflix dropped out of the project that same year. Officially, Waititi cites an ever-increasing workload as the reason for his departure. And with all the films and TV shows he writes, produces, directs, and acts in, the too busy claim holds up. That said, the timing does raise questions, but with that kind of cloud over the subject matter, can you blame the man for wanting some distance? If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more.